on Hulu, I caught Demons. I was actually pretty excited to see this on there. I think I reviewed this on Instagram before I started doing the video reviews in this fashion. And this was a kind of surprising horror film from Italy, 1985. I like the fact that Hulu presented the dub version. It's a quality dub. I think a lot of this was done up recently for Blu-ray. It's a good, solid transfer to watch in HD. Because I had to watch like a pirated VHS burn of this on YouTube. So basically this girl gets a ticket from this mysterious masked creeper and goes to the premiere of like this reopening of a movie theater called Metropole. She brings a friend along. They're like two college-age looking chicks. They meet some guys there. There's a whole eclectic group there. And there's props from the movie they're about to watch. They think it's some kind of sneak preview. And this girl, this hooker, I'm gonna go ahead and say hooker, she puts on this mask and it cuts her. Now, a lot of this doesn't make sense, but the payoff is good. So you put these props out there, you got a dirt bike, you got a mask, there's a sword. You don't really expect people in the movie theater to do stuff with them. Oh, so before the movie she gets a scar from this cut and it turns her into a demon because that's what happens to the guy in the movie. These kids, they're like out looking in this tombstone area for Notre Dame's tomb, and he puts on this mask and he gets cut, and so that happens in the movie and it translates to the people in the audience, and you may think that's kind of interesting, but if the guy in the movie, who by the way is the same guy who has the mask out in the real world, who gave them the tickets, if he became a demon, why does he act different than the other demons? And doesn't he have a more effective way of infecting the world? Like really, you needed one person to try on the mask, but then when that gal becomes a demon, anything she scratches or bites becomes a demon, like a zombie. So why didn't he do the same shit? It doesn't make any sense. But I do say the payoff is strong. Makeup effects, quite good. The visuals, quite good. The music's quality 80s vibe music to it. And there's a lot of chaos. I mean, things are getting shit crazy. People are throwing chairs all over the place, trying to build a barricade. They can't get out of the theater. Seems to be kind of cursed or haunted. It's building walls around them, sealing them off. You know, there's a lot of mayhem. Guys get on dirt bike, gets the sword, starts swinging at everybody while on the dirt bike. There's just a lot of things that you're like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if they did that? And then they do it. But there's these, we cut to, on occasion, these punks that are kind of being chased by the police. And they get into the movie theater, and at this point, the demons are on the loose because the door allowed them in and one of the demons to get out. And he's kind of fighting the cop. He was a blind demon, but now he's a blind man. When he turned into a demon, he's more useful. But the punks get in there, do very little. They're not really going to rescue the main girl. No, her boyfriend by proxy, Ken, does all the badass stuff. And he gets cut on the shoulder by this hook that one of the gang guys is carrying for some reason. But they all turn into demons. Main girl and Ken get away. I can't remember the main girl's name, for Christ's sake. They get away because out of nowhere a helicopter falls through the roof. And at first I'm like, what the hell? But then you think about it, when they climb to the roof, because the helicopter's got a winch, they find the masked guy up there, and then they kill him, and they make their getaway, but they see that the whole world's infected. Like, that happened pretty damn quick. Well, that escalated quickly, right? And it did, and I can kind of understand how, but isn't it a little convenient that the helicopter crashed into the theater where all this shit started? A bit convenient, I would say. Well, they're making their getaway. they find some survivors who have a Jeep, or maybe it's a Range Rover. It's probably a Range Rover, and or a Land Rover, whatever, like just a Defender. And they hop on, and they're like, okay, we're going to head out to the country where maybe it's safe. They've got guns and shit. But then, main girl turns into a demon. And if you think about it, she got dragged away by the masked man up on the roof of the theater. It's possible she got cut. I mean, I'll give them that. Then when the kid riding like shotgun just blast her, she's on the road, and it's like, boom, that happened. And it kind of happened into the credits. So people are probably like on their way out of the theater, and then boom, this goes down. You know, it's enjoyable, but it has some plot holes. I do think if you're into this genre even slightly, you should check out Demons, especially as it's presented on Hulu. I give it 2.5 out of 4 stars.